Hello and welcome to a very special video. I am here at around 7 p.m. at the Mount Saint Helens Climbers Bivouac. This is the trailhead for the summer route up to the summit of Mount Saint Helens. I am car camping at the trailhead tonight, but I'm going to be starting climbing extremely early tomorrow. This trail is 8.5 miles with over 4,500 feet of gain. Now, that's not too bad on its own. However, it increases in gain as it goes. So like the first 2 miles through the forest are pretty flat. Then the next 2 miles are scrambling and kind of steep hiking through boulders and pumice. And then the final 3/4 of a mile is a 50% grade up fine ash. It is a challenging climb. It's not technical by any means, but it's definitely going to be difficult. I have done this before. I did this last summer and it was absolutely incredible. So I had to come back, and this is going to be amazing. But by the time you see me tomorrow, I probably won't be shooting any substantive footage until the boulders, because I'm hoping to do the forest before sunrise. But anyway, I will see you all tomorrow morning. Well, good morning. Hopefully you can see me. It is 5 a.m. Sunrise is at 6:30. And I am going to be starting up this trail, hopefully doing the first 2.5 miles before sunrise. And then it's going to get spectacular, but I got to get going. Gonna do some hiking in the dark. Well, it is 6 a.m. and you can see it's getting light. And behind me is a sign, permits required beyond this point. So now the real climb begins, and it'll show what you gotta do. So I'm hoping to be on top of the ridge by sunrise because it's looking spectacular. But you come out of the trees, and then there are wooden posts that guide you up. And this part of the climb is actually one of the more difficult, in my opinion, because you kind of have to gain the ridge, and then once you gain the ridge, it's more of a trudge. But the boulder hopping is coming. Oh my God, this sunrise is incredible. I'm actually gonna have to put on sunscreen soon, but again, the ridge, well, part of the ridge, and I'll show you what I've been doing. You start in the trees down there and you boulder hop and scramble up, and then continues up and hooks along this, and I can even see the top with the ash. Oh my goodness. That's one of the things with this one is as soon as you gain the ridge, you can see the top for a while, and it does not get closer very quickly. But at the first weather station, I'm going to stop and have a proper break for a snack, but oh my God. Sunrise over Mount Adams. So that up there, that is the summit, and it looks deceptively close. And it technically is close, but it's going to be a couple hours before I get there. And you can see even the line of posts that they have up the ridge to follow. But that up there is the weather station, my first snack spot. But, oh my gosh. I'm just so happy to be back here. Mount Saint Helens is my favorite of the Cascade volcanoes. So. And last time I did this, this mountain really kicked my butt. It really was a sufferfest coming back down, and I am hoping to improve upon how I'm feeling on this climb, and also my time. So this is just amazing. Okay, so I just had my first snack break because one of the hardest parts of the climb is ahead of me, but oh wow. So I'm on top of the ridge. So the route is called Monitor Ridge, and this is Monitor Ridge. But most of it has been like kind of walking up the steep stuff, kind of just along here in the shade. And now it starts becoming proper boulder hopping and scrambling up this last part until the ash. So I had to get some calories in me and also put some sunscreen on. Hopefully I don't have it in a weird place, but just enjoying this view. So here is one of the weather and monitoring stations on the mountain. It's amazing with like this little probe thing and all the pumice and just kind of no trees. You can really pretend you're on Mars or something. It's really cool. But check this out. Last little bit of boulders, and then you can see that field of ash. It looks close, but I'm still definitely an hour and a half from the summit, just because it's gonna take a while to get up that ash. The final ascent up the ash, which means hopefully I'm less than an hour from summiting. Sorry, I'm just in awe. It's just an insane mountain, and just like thinking about the geologic history and everything. It is something else to see it up close. But I'm at my final break to fuel up and then prepare for the hardest part of this trail. All right, geared up for the final push up the mountain. It warmed up enough that I got to take my jacket off. And also wearing gaiters. And it may look silly, but last time I did this, I very much regretted not wearing gaiters, because you fill your shoes with ash and tiny pumice stones. And also, busting out the second pole. I don't ordinarily feel the need for the second pole, but the final ascent of this is going to warrant it. Yeah, this is the hardest part. Climbing a 50 to 60% grade on this loose material. And it is slow going. But I am almost at the top. But this is definitely not the fun part. I gained the ridge. Oh my god. The ash is so difficult, but like getting the moment of just cresting over this and having this view behind you revealed is just, oh, can't get it any other way. But there's the ash, here's the ridge, and then over there, that's the true summit. It's the high point on the ridge, and I will go tag that in just a moment. I need to eat, but this is so worth it. Oh. So I'll also give the tour. So this is the lava dome, and you can even see it steaming. Mount Saint Helens is a very active volcano, and obviously the edge here, you don't want to go too close because it's crumbly and you can fall in and die. But there is Spirit Lake. You can see that stuff in it. Those are dead trees from that got destroyed when Mount Saint Helens erupted in 1980. And then obviously the beautiful Rainier and Mount Adams, Mount Hood down in Oregon, and I can even see I believe Mount Jefferson even further down in Oregon. Oh my god. But also, interestingly enough, now it's kind of hard to tell because it's very dusty and dirty, this is all the Crater Glacier. And an interesting thing about this glacier is it's one of the only glaciers in America that is actually growing in mass and not being reduced due to climate change. And there's a lot of really interesting reasons why that is the case, but it's a very unique glacier because obviously Mount St. Helens destroyed all of its glaciers when it erupted. So it's just fascinating. Just sitting here on the crater rim, eating my snack. I'm watching the crater. Oh my gosh. It's cool because you can hear like the glacier cracking, there's rocks falling. It really is just a force of nature. Also, if you do this, make sure you pick up the rocks. Now don't collect them because that's not permitted, but they're light. This pumice is like nothing. Like, this will float in water. So, you know, I think that's one of the fun things you get to see up here. They're all way lighter than you'd expect. This weighs nothing. And here's the intimidating part. There's a little white dot down there. That is the parking lot. I got it all 8 miles and 4,500 feet that way is my car. Alright, well the wind picked up and it's cold. It's a really cold wind. And I'm gonna head out. Just getting one last look at this amazing, amazing mountain. I love the striations and stripes of color. There's like a whole rainbow in this mountain. But I'm gonna gear up to go back down and I'll show you. The ash sucks coming up, but it's very fun going down, and it's gonna take me like 20 minutes. And this is why it's fun, because I just get to plunge step down the ash like I'm in snow. super easy, super fun. All right, yeah, making my way back down the ash. It is much easier, but pro tip, dig your heels in. It's just like with snow. Dig your heels in, because if you go toe first, you'll slip. But yep. The hardest part down is the boulders, and hopefully I'll make some decent time. Oh man. And can't say how much of the down scrambling I will film, because well, it's gonna be tricky, so I'll see. But oh my goodness, I'm so happy I got to come back to do this. And that is a wrap on the ash. And now my least favorite part of going back down is the boulders. And honestly, I think it's the most dangerous as well, and I'll show why. Because you're trying to go down, and it's this loose material on top of the rock. And so it is incredibly easy to slip and fall. On top of the fact that you're probably also tired from having, you know, just climbed a volcano. Definitely want the poles and to be cautious with footing at this point. But yeah, once I get down, so getting past the weather station just down below it and the scrambling bits, once I get down like by that notch, after that it's going to be smooth sailing. But until then, it's going to be slow going, just because I got to be really careful. Alright, well, I made it down the rocks. And now you can see kind of the path weaving. Oh man, it's gonna be much smoother sailing from here. Oh my goodness. I am very, very pleased. Also making pretty good time, all things considered. Not that I am in a rush. I portioned the entire day for Mount Saint Helens. But yeah, it feels good to be on something that looks like a path again. Because yeah, all the parts of my body are gonna be so done with this by the time I get back to the car. Yeah, on big objectives like this, there's a thing that people encounter that's really common. Is it looks like the summit's right there, and I mean it is, but you have to climb up over this. And up over this, there's a lot more distance in climbing that you just can't see. So it's just a cruel illusion that makes things seem closer than they are, just because it's at such an angle that you really can't see the entire way you have to go. But you can see where you have to go. Now, I don't mind. I find it encouraging to be able to see a summit from a distance. You know, keeps me motivated and focused. But some other people find that to be quite infuriating. Right down there. That's where I go back into the trees. Mount Adams is looking real cool, but I am gonna be back down at my car in less than an hour. I am so excited. This has gone way more smoothly than it did the last time I climbed this mountain, so I am ecstatic. Ready to get off this material and back onto a nice dirt trail through a forest. I made it. I am back down in the trees. Oh my God. From all the way up there. Oh, this feels amazing. Shade. It is noon, so it's you know, midday sun and it is hot and there's no shade on that entire route once you break the tree line. So, oh my gosh. Well, now it is just an easy 2 miles back down to the car, and I'll show a little bit of the forest that I didn't get to show this morning because it was dark, because it is pretty. And I mean, it's not really the reason people come and do this trail, but show off some of that. Ah! Well, I made it back down to the car. This is another one where it's incredible. There is really nothing else like it, and it is an experience. I'd say that this is actually probably a good one to do if you are used to hiking and want to get more into mountaineering and, you know, some more, you know, get a taste of what that's like, just because this is very doable if you are a fit hiker. And I think it's a good starting volcano, and it's just amazing start to finish. I love it, and I will absolutely be back again. I'm interested in attempting it in the winter, because you can also do this as a winter climb, which has its own challenges. That's a little bit more technical, where you want some more skills. And I think I'll make a video talking about like some tips for climbing Mount Saint Helens. It is a challenge for sure, but everyone who was on the trail today and who climbed was like, this is so worth it. Even though they weren't at the top yet, they were just looking at the view and stuff and like appreciating where they were. It's an absolutely incredible place. So worth it to come see it and do all that climbing. It is amazing. I have a very long drive to get back home, so I have to get going, but I really hope you enjoyed this one. I know I did. It's an incredible place. Thank you so much for watching, and here are my favorite pictures from the mountain today. Enjoy.